Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Conversations with Michelle and Stacy. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Stacy. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Nice and cozy.
Nice and cozy. Well, you definitely look cozy. I look like it's 70 degrees where I am. It's not quite just like 50 degrees outside, but what's it like where you are?
The sun is coming up right now. However, it looks very windy. I'm looking at the window right now, and the trees are blowing. So you're supposed to be getting a high of something good, but the wind is going to definitely make it not be good. You know how that is.
I think it says 50 is your high for today. I don't know what it is right now, but I scroll through the cities where I have people that I care about. I'm like, what's happening in Charlotte? What's happening in South Carolina? I guess. What's happening in New York? And New York. Yeah. So it's good to know. It's good to know. Any good plans for today?
Going to the store. I have a couple of errands to run. My daughter's birthday is coming out.
Woo!
I can't believe my daughter's about to be 3. I
I
was reminiscing,
know.
like I was telling you earlier, I was reminiscing about my belly and her being my belly, her being so little. And I miss that stage. Now she's a grown woman. She talks back.
I know, trust me. Oh my gosh. It's crazy because for me, you hear about how hard it is to parent, Michelle.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, they'll say, they'll be fresh from time to time. But some of the topics, some of the issues that come up, like even I have a 5-year old going on 52. I have an 11-year-old who's,
Be
I
kind. Be kind
know,
to my
I
children.
know.
Be
My
kind.
I have an
Watch
11
it.
year
Please
old
watch your words when you're talking about my children, okay?
I know. I know. No, the thing about it, my 11-year-old is more like a 17-year-old because of the amount of things she takes on. She's not, my 5-year-old has this spirit of an older lady, like a more mature lady who's going to like take care of you. And she has to cook for you. She has to make sure you're taken care of. But my 11-year-old is like, this world, mom, I got to find my place in this world. And I'm like, why? You're 11. Just
Slow
chill.
down.
Like, hold on before you try to find your place in this world. Just gather as much information as you can. But
Yeah.
this girl is just like, oh my gosh, like so many things that happen. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of information out there. And I'm going to use her to segue into our topic for today
Yeah.
because she takes on a lot of her environment at school, but a big part of her environment being social media, right? She's taken in so much information, and I spoke to Michelle. I spoke to Michelle. I spoke to Michelle. Um, Even when we did the last episode on social media and some of the impacts that it has on our lives, and
Yeah.
there's another angle that I wanted to definitely talk about is just the influx of information and how overwhelming it can be on one's spirit, like your whole spirit, your mind, like
Yeah.
it's the part where your brain is overworking to process everything,
Yeah.
but just the toll that it takes on your spirit. And that's my 11-year-old daughter. It's me too. I'll get into that, but anything you want to talk about that you want to get into as far as the topic as
Nah,
well?
I think you did an amazing job. Get it, Chanel.
Funny, that's funny. So, all right. So we spoke about the comparison the last time and what it does and how it just um basically gives you it takes away from reality.
Yeah.
Basically, it skews reality for a lot of us. A lot of people don't have that issue, but there are a lot of us like me. you know I mean, how much, okay, let me ask you this question so we can get you in on a conversation. How much do you buy from things that you see on social media?
Ah, not a lot. I'm not one of those people that be influenced. Well, I take that back. YouTube. Like if I see one of my YouTubers buy something, use something on their skin, and they have like the same issues that I have, then I'm like, oh, let me try this product. Yeah,
That's my point.
yeah.
YouTube. So
Instagram and yeah,
we don't have to just keep it set to IG, because some people don't have
yeah,
IG. They use Facebook, they use YouTube, and then
yeah,
those commercials, or just the influences from the people that we look up to, because we believe that they have a vast amount of knowledge on something, that not just knowledge, but sometimes experience, because hey, you have the same issue I have, let me go ahead and try the products that you're trying. So
yeah.
there's a lot of that. And we see clothes, so sometimes even if you don't shop, I know we scroll, Michelle, we scroll, right, whether or not you decide to buy, but it does consume your attention, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I wanted to talk about just the consciousness of um, awareness, consciousness awareness of how much it is that we're taking in. Because sometimes even the good information can be a lot to take in, because then we have to process all of that information that we're taking in and try to filter through what's going to work for us, what's not going to work for us. And it occupies a lot. It demands a lot of brain power, because
Yeah.
in as much as you watch something, you scroll through something, you read an article, you come back to it. It could be a random time while you're taking a shower, while you're watching TV. You remember something that you saw on Instagram or YouTube, and you're like, oh my gosh, let me go online and see how much this is going to cost,
Yeah.
and then it basically influences the rest of your life and the decisions that you make.
Yeah, you put it
Right?
inside the shopping bag. I'm gonna get back to this. I'm thinking about it and get back to it. And
I'm
sometimes,
gonna,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So for me, I will talk about like my personal experience. I love a holistic approach to things, especially during the pandemic. Everyone's like, what should I take? What supplements should I, you know, make part of my routine, so that I can make sure that I'm well prepared and strong enough to take on what's happening. Listen, the amount of supplements I have, and it's really good information, and that's the thing too, like we sometimes just talk about the negative impacts, right?
yeah,
It's good information, but we can get so carried away without thinking about it, because the motive behind what we're doing is a positive one. I have oh my gosh, I am almost tempted, and I probably should have like brought it closer to me, the amount of things that I bought. So it's
I
not
have
just
a question for you.
Go ahead.
How often do you use those items that you bought?
In the beginning, very often,
Okay.
very often, till I saw another, whether it's from Instagram, or just I like to read up medical journals online as well, when they talk about how dangerous to the combination of different supplements could be on your system. Like they can interact and they can cause certain other manifestations of health issues to arise. So it's just like, okay, um, you don't want to have too much of this or that, or you need to take. There's usually also something I never considered. Certain supplements work better with each other. Some of them work against each other, right? So
Yeah.
even like your regular vitamin A through whatever, some of them you don't get their full potential if you mix the two. So for me, going beyond supplements, I got so pulled in by the different deodorants, Michelle. The number of natural deodorants I've bought over the past couple of years, because we know that there's a lot of awareness about the different
Yeah.
ingredients in like deodorants, and the harmful impacts that it can have on some people. Some people can wear, I spoke to someone yesterday and he said to me, I wear Degree all the time. I'm gonna wear Degree till I die. I use Listerine, and I'm like, no, but Listerine. And I was so tempted to tell him some of the things that I heard about Listerine and how it can really destroy the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, and some of the other implications. Like I wanted to just jump on. I'm like, Stacey, mind your business. But that's
Yeah.
because, like, instead of going in like before. all of this influx of information, I would go to a store and be like, okay, this smells nice. Okay, protection for 24 hours, sign me on. And life was good. And I walked out the store, whatever, wherever. And I'm like, I'm gonna smell like roses or coconuts today. And that was the extent of my concerns with the deodorant, how long it was going to keep me fresh. But now I have to worry about water sipping into my pores. I have to worry about 5 years down the line, what can all of the accumulation of certain ingredients, like, let me go see what happens. Like, what are the statistics? And your life can really become miserable, not because of,
Paste also.
say what?
Toothpaste also.
Toothpaste. You called me to ask me about the toothpaste to get for your daughter, and we talked about the ingredients, and we went on the internet and dissected the ingredients.
Yeah, remember I sent you the guy who made his homemade toothpaste, and he's like, all the other toothpaste has so much stuff inside of it. And I'm like, golly, when is it gonna stop? Like,
Girl,
as I was telling you, one time they're saying MSG is bad. Now they're saying it's not bad. Like all those things. Like, when is it gonna stop? When?
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So sometimes there are other instances too, like different types of mushrooms. And like for me, I like creating, like when I have even my coffee, I like to create a whole experience. So it's like lion's mane and rishi and this and that, like just making sure, like, hey, because you want to do what's best for your body. You want to understand that the information, because the information that was available to us back then was, I don't necessarily know that it wasn't available, but the interest in the information is what's different, I should say, for me personally. Now I'm at a more heightened stage where I'm trying to protect my health, because I have 2 kids. I'm like, you want to live as long as you can, and you want to make sure that you're taking care of your kids as well, or whatever your motivation would be. My kids, my family. I am so meticulous about like a lot of the things that I add and take away, right? So I say all that to say, with that awareness now, the drive to want to know and want to know and want to see and want to research, it's super overwhelming for some people.
Isn't
And
that
I
why people go crazy?
say, what?
Isn't that why some people go crazy, like mentally ill, and get all those kind of stuff, because there's like it's information overload and their brain's not shutting down. That's why some people can't sleep at night, because they're overthinking everything that they're taking in, and it's just like too much for them. It's just overload.
That was going to be my next point.
Yeah.
Definitely. So then when it's time for you to relax, when it's time for you to let your body just, regenerate and just like get into just a little bit of respite, like you can't appreciate it because your brain is always working on something. And
Yeah.
I think that it's so hard for us to shut off. A lot of us don't have that mental strength, I guess, or discipline, where you learn how to like switch things off. So it's like this hamster wheel, like always processing something, continually going and going and going, and just can't rest. And the results are just definitely still not beneficial to our well-being on a whole, right? Do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, like I think everyone should just like pick and choose what they're gonna make a priority, or think, or not overwhelm yourself with it, because sometimes it's like one time you're hearing you can't have this, you can't have that, and you may go out, like I have. I know Stacey have also, but I know definitely I have. I heard that you can't have a certain item, and then 2 months later, oh, you can have it, but just I'm like, but you just said I can't have it, so I got rid of everything you said I can't have, because you said I can't have it. Now you're saying it's okay to have it, and it's like, yeah, that's a lot. So I think with everything being said, just like slow down, pick and choose your battle, pick and choose which one works for you and which one don't work for you, because at the end of the day, your mental health is important.
Mm-hmm.
Your mental health. important. You need a mental, yeah, you need stability. So pick and choose.
Yeah, for me right now too, I am purging from social media for a while. Um, if I don't have to know about it, I don't want to know about it.
Yeah.
And that has allowed me so much time to focus on the things that are important to me. Like
Yeah.
I am able to process things that, I've put on the back burner because all of the extra distractions. Did you just laugh because I said back burner? Oh my gosh, I can't with you. I can't. I can't. Anyway, some of the things that we put aside, we the
Ooh.
things that we prioritize or having to reprioritize what's important because we don't have to sift through so much, and it also allows you to just feel good, and it gives you the chance to appreciate the
Yeah.
moment. And when I say the moment directly in your immediate surroundings
Yeah.
with the people around you, not your screen per se. Um, and even sometimes, like my little one, she would have her iPad here and a T. I'm like, which one are you engaging in? Like, choose which device and give that
Yeah.
device your attention. But it's just like always wanting to know what's going on, like being afraid that you miss something. And a lot of times, thinking you
Do you
don't
think
miss very much.
they learn from us?
Excuse me.
Do you think it's something that they learn from us?
No, definitely. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. A lot of things, yeah, even how I parent, I have had more time to think about that as well. But you are right. We do they do mirror a lot of the things that we do, good or bad, you know. They do mirror a lot of our ways, and that's very, very, very scary. It's very scary. But I mean, you want to
It is.
model the good things, but then their minds don't necessarily say, "Hey, well, mom's texting somebody and watching a movie and cooking food." You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is just like we're doing a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're doing a lot, and I think that we need to slow down. And you hear it all the time. Slow down, learn to slow down, be very intentional about deciding to slow down,
Yeah.
you know. Um, it'll only do you good. It'll only do you good.
You said slow down, so I just had a thought process.
Hmm.
Maybe we can do like a challenge. Like we can do realistic goal for like maybe an hour a day or 45 minutes a day. Sorry, reading a book or doing something creative, and then instead of watching TV or having our phones or having a conversation, whatever the case may be, just have the creative thinking, creative mind, creative environment. I know that you're reading. I'm listening to books because I'm better at listening to books right now because Elizabeth's always in my ear. So I'm better at having audible on. Hey, you guys need to sponsor.
Audible, yeah.
No, 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 don't say the name. They need to sponsor this video.
It's all right.
Maybe
Go ahead.
sponsorship. Yeah, but yeah, maybe we should do that. Maybe we should challenge ourselves to like do 45 minutes an hour a day where we do creative thinking, creative learning, and get away from social media.
Yeah,
Not totally, because you need to learn certain things and it's like part of our lives. But what you pick and choose, like how much time that you have. Like for me, for example, I have my phone. I see how much time I spend on social media, and I'm like, okay, good.
yeah, yeah. So for me, and you take the approach that's right for you. I spend more than 1 hour reading a day. Like I, the time that I
No, I'm
would
saying for like everyone, like our,
everybody else, yeah, outside
yeah,
of us. No, I know you mentioned that I read, but I'm just saying for me, I spend more than an hour reading easily because when I would check, like you said, the time that I spent on social media a day, it would be more than an hour, you know? So I've been able to journal more. Again, I've, been doing that, and just the information that I'm taking in is information that will actually help me become the version of myself that I want to be. But purging and taking breaks, you fast from different things. It's a healthy approach to take as well. Michelle, we're already at 20 minutes. I
Yeah,
think
I saw that.
hopefully I think hopefully the point that I wanted to make, and I hope that we were able to get it across, is that just be conscious of what you're taking. Everything that's on there is not for you. You don't have to let it become a burden to you, because once it becomes a burden and starts impacting you in negative ways, it's no longer serving you.
Yeah.
So know yourself, know your limits, and equip yourself with the things that you need and leave the other things behind. We don't need to take on everything, and that's my word for the day. It's free. Enjoy. That was a free one for you.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming back and listening to our videos. We love you guys. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, share with your friends, your family, anyone that want to listen. Please do. Have a blessed day. We love you guys. Bye.